Welcome everybody. My name is Jana, owner and founder of Supyo, which stands for Stand Up Paddleboard Yoga. Today we are in studio performing a live indoor paddleboard yoga class on these paddleboards with 2 stability cushions underneath each board. One stability cushion is placed in the front underneath your tie straps. The other is placed in the back, just in front of your fin. Thank you. If you are following along with us at home, you can grab your yoga mat, or if you happen to have a paddleboard in your home, go ahead and grab your board. If you happen to have stability cushions, go ahead and grab those too. So go ahead and follow along with us today, and feel free to modify any poses that you may need to, and listen to your body above all else. Thank you for being here, and have fun and enjoy. Go ahead and come to a seated position right in the center of your board, sitting right over that carry handle, which marks the center of your paddleboard. Ground down through your sit bones. Sit with a nice tall spine and roll your shoulders back and down away from your ears a few times. Releasing any tension. And then release the shoulders down away from the ears, placing your hands on your knees. Palms can face down to help ground you, or palms can face up for receiving energy. And you'll notice right away that you need to start engaging the core muscles just to stay balanced in a seated position on board. So gaze down at the front of your board, or if you feel comfortable, you can gently close the eyes. If you close the eyes and you find that you're moving too much to the left and the right, go ahead and open the eyes and just gaze down at the board. Setting an intention for your practice today. And then beginning to deepen your breath. Inhaling through your nose, filling your belly, diaphragm, and chest. Exhaling through the nose, letting all the air go. Letting the belly cave in. And again, inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One more time, nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, let your chin drop towards your chest. Let the head be heavy. And as you inhale, let the right ear come to the right shoulder. As you exhale, draw the chin towards your chest. And as you inhale, draw the left ear towards the left shoulder. And just rock the head back and forth, linking breath with movements. You'll notice that you start to drift a little bit left to right, so focus. Engage your core, linking breath with movements, and slowly bring the head back to a neutral position. Sitting with that nice tall spine, inhale the arms up overhead, let the palms touch, and then exhale, arms down by your side. Again, nice deep breath in, arms reach, lengthen through the spine here, and exhale. And again, inhale. Lengthen through the spine, and as you exhale, we're going to twist to the right. Bring your right hand behind you on the board and place your left hand on your right knee. Rotating at your ribs, gazing behind you, pressing that spine tall, breathing here. Keeping that board nice and stable. Good. On your inhale, come back to center. Arms reach overhead, lengthen through your spine. Exhale and twist to your left. Rotate at the ribs, gaze behind you. Keep that board nice and stable. Breathing. Good. Inhale, arms reach overhead, lengthen. And on your exhale, walk the hands out in front and fold forward. Let your third eye or center of forehead come to the board. Spider walk those fingers out. Each time you exhale, walk the fingers out beyond your head. Good. On your next inhale, roll all the way up. And we'll recross the legs, bringing the opposite leg in front. Crisscross those legs. Inhale the arms overhead. And exhale, walk it out. Fold forward. On your next inhale, roll yourself all the way up and extend your legs out in front. Ground down through your sit bones, widen your feet about hips width apart, And flex your feet, toes pointing towards the sky. Starting here with just a nice tall spine. Inhale the arms overhead. And as you exhale, fold forward, drawing your navel, chest, and then chin down, keeping that board stable. Good. Always keeping that board stable, breathing. On your next inhale, come all the way up. Bring the arms overhead. Place the hands behind you on the board, fingertips facing you. Bring your hands a little more than shoulder width apart so you have a nice wide stance with your hands, and point your toes. Lean back onto your hands. Lift your hips to the sky and let your head gaze skyward. If you need more balance, go ahead and widen your hands and your feet and come back into your pose. Holding here and breathing. Keeping that board nice and stable. Exhale back to your seat. Flex the feet. Inhale the arms to the sky. Exhale and fold it forward. Breathing. Good. On your next inhale, come all the way up. Bring the arms overhead. Place the hands behind you once again, fingertips facing you. This time, draw your feet to the board, a little more than hips width apart so we have more balance. And on your next inhale, go ahead and lift the hips to the sky. Let your head gaze skyward. Holding here and breathing. If you need more balance, widen your stance. Keep that board nice and stable. Breathing. And exhale back to your seat. Bring the soles of your feet together. Clasp your toes with both hands. Inhale and lengthen your spine here. Exhale and fold forward. Opening your inner thighs. Breathing. Good. From here, go ahead and release your feet back to the board, and then we're going to make our way to tabletop. Lining our belly button up with the carry handle beneath us, so we're right in the center of the board. Line your knees up below your hips and your wrists below your shoulders, and then walk your hands out a little bit more than shoulder width apart. So just gaze down at your board for starters here and engage your core. Find that sweet spot. Make sure your board is nice and stable. So we're just working on stabilizing right now. Start to press into your left hand as you extend the right arm out in front of you with your thumb facing the sky. Notice how much pressure you have to apply to your left hand, right knee, and top of right foot. Engage the core, focus, and slowly start to extend your left leg behind you. Bring it to your hip height. Drop the left hip to square the hips, and flex your left foot so the toes are pointing down towards the board. Find your balance. Pressing into your left hand and right knee and top of right foot. Equal pressure. Breathing. Good. On your next exhale, come back to all fours. Round out your spine here. Inhale, lift your gaze. Exhale to neutral spine. Start to press into your right hand as you extend the left arm out in front, thumb facing the sky. Engage your core. Equal pressure into your right hand and left knee and top of left foot as you extend your right leg behind you. Square your hips by dropping your right hip and flex your right foot. Holding here and breathing. On your next exhale, come back to all fours. Round out your spine. Inhale, lift your gaze. Exhale to neutral spine. Good. From here, we're going to curl the toes. Walk the hands a tad forward and press back to your first downward facing dog. Widen your feet a little more than hips width apart here for balance. This one's a little hard to balance the board in, so don't worry too much about rocking left to right. Just walk out your dog, bending one knee, lowering the opposite heel, and then the other, alternating. And then come up on all 10 tiptoes and lower both heels towards your board. In down dog, your belly button should be in line with the carry handle beneath you, so we know we're centered. And from here, on your next inhale, just shift the weight forward to a high plank. Find your sweet spot. Balance that board. Engage your core. On your exhale, press it back, down dog. Again, next inhale, shift the weight forward, high plank. Balance. Focus. Engage your core. Exhale, press it back, down dog. And one more time. Inhale, shift it forward for plank. Hold it here. 3, 2, 1. Lower your knees to the board and sink back to your heels for child's pose. Stretch it out. From here, come back to your tabletop. Curl your toes and press back to downward facing dog. From here, we're going to step our feet to the center of the board. So bring one foot on either side of the carry handle. Make sure your feet are a little more than hips width apart and just come into your forward fold to start. We want to focus on balancing the board. Make sure it's nice and stable. And ground down through all 4 sides of your feet here. Lift all 10 toes, spread them wide, place them back on the board. Keep your knees soft. When you're ready, slowly roll up to standing. Rolling your shoulders back and down. Good. So find that sweet spot. Balance your board. Arms down by your side. Hands to heart center. On your inhale, reach the arms to the sky. Exhale and swan dive forward. Inhale halfway to your flat back. Exhale and fold. Inhale, reverse, swan dive, come all the way up. And exhale, hands to your heart. How are you guys doing? Good. It's hard to stand up on this, huh? Inhale, arms reach to the sky. Exhale and fold forward. Inhale, halfway, flat back. Exhale and fold. From here, we're going to step back to downward facing dog. And from our downward facing dog, step your right foot to the upper right quadrant of your board and walk your right foot over to the right so you have a wide stance. Bring your left foot to the left side of the board. Walk it over to the left, 45 degrees, and press into the outer edge of your back foot and full pad of right foot. Bend your right knee over the ankle, right ankle. Find your balance and slowly come up for warrior 1. Reaching the arms to the sky. Pressing equally through both feet. Breathing, relax your shoulders. Good. Slowly bring your hands together at your heart. Open the arms up for warrior 2. Gaze over the right fingertips. Breathing. Relax the shoulders. Just imagine you're out on the open sea, gazing at the horizon. And keep your gaze at the horizon, but flip your right palm and reverse your warrior. So bring the right arm to the sky, left hand to the back of your left thigh, but keep your gaze forward. Breathing. And inhale back to your warrior 2. From here, we're going to come into our best version of triangle on the board. So bring your right fingertips down to the left side of your board, all the way over to the left side, and stay on the fingertips. Straighten your front legs. Take the bend out of your leg, and then extend the left arm to the sky. Coming into a flat back. Coming into triangle pose. Good. On your exhale, bring the left hand down to the board. Come back to a runner's lunge and then back to downward facing dog. Nice job. Make sure you're in the center of your board. So line up your belly button with that carry handle and then step your left foot to the upper left quadrant of your board. Walk your left foot over to the left. Plant your right foot flat and walk it over to the right. Make sure you have a nice wide stance. Press into both feet equally. Outer edge of your right foot, full pad of your left foot. Left knee over left ankle and slowly come up to standing. Warrior one. Arms reach to the sky. Balance that board. Focus and breathe. Good. Relax your shoulders. Slowly bring your hands together at your heart. Open the arms up for warrior two. Gazing over the left fingertips. Relaxing the shoulders, breathing. Keep your gaze on the horizon. Flip your left palm. Reverse your warrior. Keep your gaze on the horizon. Breathing. And inhale back to your warrior two. Coming into triangle pose, left fingertips come down to the right side of your board. Straighten your left leg. Extend your right arm to the sky. Nice flat back. Keep that board stable. Perfect. On your exhale, bring the right hand back down to the board, coming into a runner's lunge, and then back to downward facing dog. From here, drop your knees to the board, sink back to your heels for child's pose. Just for a moment, take a break. And slowly come back through tabletop. Curl your toes and come back to downward facing dog. From here, we're going to step the right foot up to the upper right quadrant of your board. Walking the right foot over to the right and then lowering your left knee and top of left foot to the board. So you want to inch your left knee over to the left and walk the right foot over to the right. So we have a nice wide stance. From here, bring your hands to your right knee. Find your balance. Stabilize that board. And then if you're comfortable, go ahead and reach the arms to the sky. Breathing, relax your shoulders. Good. Nice job. On your next exhale, bring both hands down inside your right foot. So we're going to keep the left hand planted on the left side of the board. Walk the right foot over to the right a little bit more and extend the right arm to the sky. Peel the heart open. Good. Nice. So you can stay here, or if you want more of a challenge, go ahead and curl your left toes. Lift the left knee up off the board. Twisting a little bit deeper. Keeping that board stable, breathing. Nice. On your exhale, bring the right hand back down to the board. Step it back for downward facing dog. And step your left foot forward. Upper left quadrant of your board. Lower the right knee to the board and top of right foot. Inch the right knee over to the right. Walk the left foot over to the left. So you have a nice wide stance. When you're ready, hands to your left knee. Balance your board. Find stillness. And when you're ready, reach the arms overhead. Relax the shoulders. Breathing. Smiling. On your next exhale, both hands come down inside left foot. Keep the right hand planted on the right side of your board. And then inhale the left arm to the sky. Balance your board, engage your core, breathing. And again, you can stay here or curl the right toes. Lift that right knee up off your board, twisting a little bit deeper. Focusing. Great job. Exhale, both hands come back to the board. Come back to your downward facing dog. And from here, come to your knees. And sit back onto your heels. We're going to come back to, actually, Yeah, let's come back to our seat, sitting right in the center of the board. Right on that carry handle, or if it's not comfortable, just south of the carry handle. Planting your feet hips width apart on the board. Hands on your knees, nice flat back. We're going to go into boat pose. So start to lean back halfway. Release your hands from your knees, engage your core. And either stay here or lift one foot off the board and then the other with bent knees. Flex your feet. You can stay here or you can extend the legs straight if you choose. Holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Draw your feet to the board. Hug your knees to your chest. Good job. And one more time, we're going to lean back. Coming into your boat, lift those feet off the board, engage the core. This time, bring your hands together, make a fist. And we're going to row the boat on the right, and left, and right, and left for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Draw your feet to the board, hug your knees to your chest. From here, we're going to shift our weight just north of the carry handle. And we're going to slowly come down to your back. Once you get to your back, walk your heels in towards your butt. Feet should be hips width apart. Fingertips should just graze the heels. And you might want to walk the feet a little bit wider for more balance. You can place your hands down on the board or you can hold on to the side rails. We're going to take it to bridge pose. So on an inhale, lift your hips up off the board. Find your balance. So you may need to widen your feet. Balance that board. Focus. Breathe. On your next exhale, lower down to your back. And on an inhale, go ahead and lift your hips again. This time you can stay here or you can walk your shoulder blades in towards one another, clasping the hands beneath you and pressing your belly and hips towards the sky. Breathing. On an exhale, slowly lower down to your back. And hug your knees to your chest. Give them a squeeze. Good. Place your feet back on the board. And from here, we're just going to shift the hips over to the right side of the board. Let the knees fall up. Shift your hips to the left side of the board. Let your knees fall to the right side. If you want, you can turn your gaze to the left. And bring the knees back to center. Shift your hips over to the right side and let the knees fall to the left. Turn your head to the right if you'd like. Bring your knees back to center. Hug your knees to your chest and rock up and back until you come to a seat. Bringing your hands together at your heart center. Closing your eyes. Whatever comes, let it come. Whatever stays, let it stay. Whatever goes, let it go. Raise your hands to your third eye. Ending with a bow. Namaste. 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 Thank you all for joining us today. Keep in mind that we teach paddleboard yoga classes on the water between May and September throughout Boston and New Hampshire. We have 8 locations, one of those being Hart Pond right here in Chelmsford. So feel free to come out and join us in the summer, and we can't wait to see you on the water. Thank you. Yeah.